How you feeling after that war, man? How's it going?
Oh man, great. I cannot even express like how happy I am to be fighting here in Los Angeles. That's basically the city that everything starts. You know, I came here from Brazil in 2010. I had only 3 fights, and I started fighting like local shows all over here, Los Angeles, and RFA, and then I fought RFA like in other cities, and then I defend. First time that was the RFA champion was here in LA against Jeff Kern, defending my title in LA again, and then when I signed UFC. So tonight was, you know, the happiest night of my life. Being fighting here in Los Angeles, I felt like fighting like in Brazil. Like I have been fighting Brazil, UFC since 2014, and the feelings that, you know, walking tonight and fighting the octagon was, I felt like I needed to bring that victory. You know, I felt that was fighting like, you know, for my people. So, you know, I have my family, my wife's family. They're all from here, South Bay, and they're all here tonight watching. So, you know, for me, it's a special night for sure.
It seemed like you were enjoying the fight while you were in there, and enjoying the fact that it was a back and forth war. It almost seemed like you were really like happy about it while you were in the cage.
Oh man, I love those kind of fights. You know, the fights that I don't like it, that was the fight against John Dodson. Fight that I have to, you know, chase someone, and the other guy is not interested to fight, respect him. That's, you know, the style that he likes to fight. But I like to fight, you know, I like to bring like exciting fights, like the fights tonight, the fights against Robbie Font, the fight against Justice Coggins, against Russell Doan, you know, fights that we both go back and forth. You know, the crowd gets crazy, everyone get up and starting like, you know, and that's the kind of fight I like, you know, the aggression, the ancient tournament. That's all, you know, the fight game is about.
Was he tougher than you thought he was? Because he absorbed a lot of shots.
I knew he was very tough, that all the fight previews that I watch it, but I was impressive that because I got him with a good shots, like on the head, on the body, on the leg. And another thing that I was impressed that was his guillotine defense. That's something that I do very well, and he was able to capitalize and escape from that choke. So, you know, I tried to finish the fight first round all the way to the end, but, you know, he showed very skills tonight, and it's very tough. You know,
there were a couple times where you had him hurt on the feet, you fell down, and you went for a submission instead of going for the finish. Were you trying to get a spectacular, you know, submission finish kind of?
I'm a finisher fighter. I like knockouts and submission, but definitely I have way more submissions. But if you see all my fights, I hurt people standing, and then I go to the finish. And tonight I tried to do the same, but, you know, I attack a foot lock. I attacked a guillotine a few times, and he was able to defend after I hurt him standing. So I was, you know, fighting there and here the crown. You know, I didn't watch the fight yet, but definitely like, you know, what a lot of people was telling me right now, walking here, there was a good fight, and I believe so because I heard the crown, and it was like, I even had like a butterfly in my stomach one time when we got up and the whole crowd started like screaming. I was like, oh shoot, you know what I mean? We were fighting, so I'm very excited.
What's next for you? Do you think? What do you want next?
Aljamain Sterling, I think that's, you know, much respect to him. He's a great fighter. Nothing personal. That's all, you know, the fight game is about. I'm number 9, he's number 8, and I think that's the fight that makes sense.
Is it his style, the fact that he likes to bring it forward? It seems
Actually,
like you're looking for those kind of fighters.
Actually, he doesn't. He, you know, he's smart. He has a good wrestling. He has, you know, a lot of chokes from different positions. You know, long guy. But, you know, I want to make that look dirty. You know, chase him, make him fight back, and I believe that's gonna be like a good fight.
Are you the kind that you just want the guy that's just right ahead of you? I mean, are you gonna be one of these guys that wants to start jumping ahead? You don't seem the type to start calling too far ahead. You just want to take the guy that's next in the pecking order. I mean, is that going to be your style eventually, or do you just like getting these wins after wins after wins,
Yeah,
and let the championship play out for itself?
I follow what my heart tells me, and I think that's, you know, the perfect time to call someone out, you know, and like I said, no, nothing personal against him. He's, you know, I met him before, we spoke, he's a great guy, but you know, that's the fight game. You know, he's ahead of me in the ranking, and he's a great fighter, and I think we, you know, that's a fight to happen right now. It's gonna be a good fight, you know, and whatever UFC wanted to make that fight happen, I would be ready to go there, you know, and try to do my best to be a good fight like I just did tonight.
You're training at American Top Team now? You're down in Florida?
Yeah,
Why did it change?
for the last year and a half, I have been training American Top Team. It's gonna be my 4th fight,
Wow, okay.
fighting, training American Top Team. I moved to South Florida with my whole family. You know, I used to train here at King's MMA in Black House. I have a great friends here. Rafael Cordero, he's the head coach from King's MMA. Kenny Johnson, Black House. You know, I spoke with both today, and I have a lot of respect and love towards those guys. But you know, I felt that American Top Team is gonna be like a nice step for me. There's gonna be like a nice like challenge, and we're definitely putting me like in a different level in the fight game.
Did you feel the pace of the fight kind of catching up to you toward the end?
Oh yeah, you know, he's tough. He didn't want to give that fight that, you know. He was fighting all the way to the end. I knew he was hurt. I heard a hit on the leg, and the stomach, and the head, and he was keeping coming very aggressive, you know. And yeah, he was pushing the pace the whole time, so did I, and that's what make the fight so interesting in you know, and the people were liking and, you know, screaming. Yeah, it was crazy, man. I'm very happy.